Hello everyone. In today's video, I would like to talk about one of my favorite quote-unquote horror games, Shipwrecked 64. I'll be talking about the game in the order I played it in. If you decide to play the game, which I highly recommend, you can play it in whatever order you want. So, with that out of the way, let's get into it. So, you start on a beach where Bucky, the character we play as, tells us his friends have been captured and we need to get them back. But before that, he teaches us the mechanics of the game. How to move, walk, jump, and hit. Also, I should probably mention, after 3 days in the game, the volcano on the island will erupt and kill everyone. So, that's kind of important. After you get out of the tutorial, you can visit either the chief wolf of the island, Olive, one of your friends, Giovanni, one of your friends, or Walter, one of your friends, who was the first one I went to. Once you've talked to one of your friends, they will talk a little before teleporting into a minigame. Walter's minigame involves you walking around a place and pressing 3 buttons to activate his boat. In between you and the buttons is a little obstacle course for each of them. Once you've pressed each of them, you can move on. But there is a catch, literally and figuratively. Every now and then, the lights will go off, and if you move, you get caught by a fishing hook. And if you do, you have to restart the minigame from the beginning. The next one I visited was Giovanni. His minigame involves walking around a room and clicking on ovens every time they turn red. It's very simple and easy. You only have to do it one time. After I finished Giovanni's section, it was midnight and I went to sleep. After waking up, I visited Chief Wolf. He told me that he broke my boat and scattered the pieces across the woods. He said if I brought them back to him, he would fix it. This is my second favorite minigame out of the bunch. It involves you walking around the forest collecting pieces while a Wendigo-like creature follows you around. It's simple, yet fun. After I beat the Chief's minigame, I went on to Olive. Her minigame involves you walking around a sandy, palm-filled beach with chests scattered around. All you have to do is hit and open each chest and tree you find and collect 30 coconuts within the time limit. So, with our boat fixed and all our friends freed, the game brings us to a screen where it gives us 2 options, to either stay or leave. If you choose to leave, you get the good ending, which is the one I got on my first playthrough. But what if we choose to stay? Well, if you do, Bucky will say we should visit the town hall, aka where Chief Wolf is. And if you do go there, a room next to Chief Wolf will open, where a new friend is waiting for us. Stumbler, aka my favorite character. When we talk to Stumbler, he will tell us to help him paint a picture of him and his crush, which brings us to his minigame. Stumbler's minigame includes us running around and picking up ink for his painting, and sometimes his canvas will fall down and we need to pick it up for the little guy, because he has no arms. Once the timer ends, the minigame will be over. After the minigame, Stumbler will ask us to meet him in the theater. When we do, he will ask us if we could go get his other paintings for him in the town hall. When we get back to town hall, there will be a new character waiting for us there, JD. JD tells us there's a way to save everyone from the volcano that's going to erupt, which brings us to his minigame. JD's minigame involves us doing a little parkour section, which I struggled on for a little bit. But after that, we'll walk through a little cave, and at the end of the cave, there's a giant boat, which JD tells us to use to get off the island, which then he walks off and it fades to black. After that, a little cutscene plays which shows the volcano erupting, but before it can kill our friends, Bucky shows up on the boat and everyone gets on and sails off into the distance, living happily ever after. So yeah, that's Shipwreck 64. I don't really know why everyone calls it a horror game, It's not even scary.